You know, the brass band movement, we all love the music, but we know it's about a lot more than that too. We've just been talking, it's also about those wonderful instruments, but it is about the friendships and about the support and about the connections that you make in playing this music. And it's only through people like Reg who are there for the long term and really committed to something like a band like this.
Like Philip, he founded the band. So.
Absolutely, that think bands like this thrive. So please accept this.
Thank you, James. Thank you very much.
It's a large member.
Thank you. Lovely.
How long have you been with the band? Just a bit further.
Only a couple of years now.
Okay.
Close to 3 years.
And prior to that, what experience had you had with trumpet playing, and where did you first begin?
I first started in primary school. The local brass teacher had come down to offer us all instruments. And I was eyeing off the trombone. I really wanted to play that. Unfortunately, my arm was around an inch too short to hit the whole range. And my school rival, who ended up my rival all through school, her arm was not the incorrect length. So she got trombone. There was plenty of trumpets left over, so I just got handed a trumpet. I'm glad they did that.
Well, you know, behind they say every great leader has to have their deputies and people that support them. And a brass band is certainly like that, Joel. So I'm delighted to give you the certificate that recognises that you have been made the Deputy Music Director. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jim.
That's fantastic.
And on behalf of the band, we appreciate your time and your generosity. James, thank you very much for meeting with us. We do appreciate it. I know it's been a mammoth effort to organise it, particularly on behalf of Nathaniel. Still getting texts at midnight last night about today's meeting, so it was wonderful of him to arrange it. And thank you very much for consenting.
I just got one question before we finish. With the popularity of rock music and metal really making its mark at the moment, do you still see a role for brass bands in communities?
Absolutely. I mean, firstly, the ultimate heavy metal is a brass band. I know it's an old joke, but you know, the thing about brass bands is what I referred to before, about the camaraderie and about the community that they create. And I love all kinds of music. Some I prefer more than others, but the fact that people are making music is what's important. But a brass band for a community is one of the few ensembles that can accept whoever wants to be a part of it. If you've got a great rock band and you've got 4 or 5 of you and then another 10 people say we'd like to be in that, it's not going to work. And so just because of that is one of the things. And the other one is, I know we all love this music and so many people love this music. And the sound of brass, I'm slightly biased, but the sound of brass is just like nothing else. And I find it particularly wonderful when people hear a brass band for the first time, particularly young people.
Yes.
And they get that look in their eyes and go, yes, you're bitten, you get it. And I think that will go on forever. It has so far, and so I think there's absolutely more than a place for brass bands in community. I think they're essential.
Fantastic. And look, we're just so proud. An Aussie legend is Mr. James Morrison, and we're so proud in Whyalla to have you here and to have you perform. A world-class performer, a trumpet master, and one of the kings of jazz, and we're just so proud to welcome you to Whyalla.
Please don't leave.
Wonderful concert.
No, we'll come back sooner, for sure.
Okay, thank you very much.
Really appreciate it, James. Very much, really appreciate it.
Thanks very much, John.
And